Very good. You guys all kind of got the idea of it? Okay, let me show you something else. With that in mind, okay, with that same principle in mind, what we want to try to work on now is, it's an exercise, it's basically, let me tell you this first. It's kind of like people will tell me, but I don't see people at the high levels of Sansoo doing that. But that's because you're not looking for it, okay? If you watch someone like Jack Serra doing a form, or if you watch him doing his applications, he does this. We were talking about it the other night, as a matter of fact. He grinds from his feet, and the way he turns is he turns flat-footed. This is fine. That's a very advanced level, okay? The way that I like to teach it is to drill from the heel first. Later on, once you've got that structure down and that idea and that memory in your body, you can start drilling from the foot, the flat of the foot. Okay, this is a very high level, drilling flat of the foot. That's fine. But the way that I prefer to do it is drilling from the heel, because there's a principle called open door, closed door. If you always attack closed door, but to move you open the door, right? And you see this in Tai Chi, in the Tai Chi walk. You see this type of movement, right? Open door, closed door. So basically with this in mind, the way that I like to show this is by drilling from the heel. When we start to move, right now what I want to show you is basic. You've probably seen this a lot. It's called advanced retreat. What you want to do, the way I teach it is real big at first. And this is what I'm getting at. Everything that we learn at lower levels, like the stages that we're at now, we do things a little bit bigger, a little bit larger, okay? Then you have a refinement, and then things start to be refined. Now when you watch Jimmy do a technique, you wouldn't hardly see him reel at all, but when you watch close, if you know what you're looking for, you can see him doing it. I mean, you can see it. So that's because it was so refined, okay? I mean, at the high levels, you won't even see them drop their heel, but when they strike, they drop their heel. But you don't see it because it's so refined, they're just dropping their weight, okay? So we're going to move kind of big right now, and then a little bit in a couple of minutes, I'll show you how you shorten it down, okay? Advanced retreat looks like this. You basically are turning and advancing, okay? Try to keep the feet as straight as you can, okay? This will help to loosen up your waist, okay? It also strengthens the leg, and it shows you how to yield and turn. Okay, so what you're doing is you're turning and pushing, turning and pushing. Now you can shorten it up if you want. Turning and pushing, turning and pushing, turning and pushing. This is advanced. Still try to keep your butt tucked, okay? So you don't want this to happen. You don't want the butt to come out because you lose your structure. But if you tuck here, you can feel yourself and keep this filled up. You can feel the anchor. You can feel that the anchor is dropped still, okay? Turning, and then you point the knee towards, okay? And you'll see that the knees make small circles, okay? Or actually large circles at this point. And when you refine it, they'll make small, reeling circles, okay? All you got to do to retreat is stop and press back. Turn and press back. Turn and press back. Now it's important when you do this at first to practice slow so that you can feel a push, push, turn, push, okay? Come over here for a second. Just stand here and push on my back. No, over here, that's fine. And when I turn, now when you're pushing here on my back, you want to feel this, okay? And then if you're over here, when I turn, you want to feel this, okay? So you have a push, you're pushing and drilling, okay? It's important. This is what I'm talking about, maximizing your forms. If you have this in your mind when you do your forms won't look like this, right? Your forms will look, right? You'll be driving and turning your body when you step back and move, right? Everything's going to be maximized because you're going to be using proper structure, okay? So let's try this. Everybody get into the horse stance again. We'll be in horse stance for a little while tonight.
Like this, we're going here, we're going backwards.
Okay, I'll get right here then in the center. You guys kind of watch. What you want to do is you want to turn the most that you can. This will really help to make your waist flexible. Sit down into the right leg. Sit down into the right leg. I like to say sit down because it's like you're sitting in a chair. You don't want to lean with your upper body. If you sit down in a chair leaning, you fall over, right? But if you sit down, you lead with the waist, right? Then you lead with the waist. Lead with the waist. Don't lead with your head, but lead with the waist. Turn, lead with the waist. Turn, lead with the waist. turn and lead with the waist. Turn, lead with the waist. Now this is advanced. So you're doing advanced. Turn, lead with the waist. Turn, lead with the waist. Okay, you're doing retreat. So that's okay. But turn and do advance. Push. So you push from the rear leg, and then turn and push, and then turn and push, turn and push. Okay, good. Okay, from right here, turn, and now push. Good. Now turn. Just turn all the way towards me, all the way. Turn your waist before you begin pushing. Now push. Okay, good. There you go. What you want to do is go slow at first. Go slow at first so that you feel the push, the turn, the push, and the turn. You're going to feel your waist once you reach a certain point. Once you reach a certain point, you're going to feel that your waist wants to turn. Right here, right? It wants to begin to turn. So take the push where it wants to begin and let it begin. And sit down. Push, let it begin. Sit down. Push, let it begin. Sit down. Good. Good. Turn and push. Excellent. Turn and push. Now you see this kind of a principle, right, in turning and pushing, right? Same type of a thing. So when you're turning and pushing, turning and pushing. Now to do the other way, all you have to do, turn and push. Now stop. Now drill from the leg. You'll notice that the circles that the knees are making, this is reeling. The circles that the knees are making are going to reverse as you reverse direction, right? You're doing advance. The knees are circling this way to the inside, right? As you stop, the knees are going to naturally circle the opposite way, okay? This is also very good for keeping the lubrication in the knee and the hip joint, okay? Keep the back pressed out, keep the back pressed out, okay? Good, keep your weights sunk, okay? We're going to use this, we're going to use retreat when we do our next exercise, okay? Sit and reel, turn, sit and reel. Good. Okay, let me show you something again real quick. Come over here. What I don't want you to do is when you turn, lead with the head. Okay. This breaks the connection. Okay, we're going to start talking a little bit about connection. Okay. This will break the connection when you lead with the head. Now you press against my back again when I turn. Okay. When I turn, I'm going to lead with my head. Feel what happens. Okay. I can't. If you really push, take both hands and go ahead and push. I lose my connection. You see? You feel it? It break? Now watch. When I turn here, when I'm here and I'm loaded, if I lead with my waist, I'm leading here. Okay? You feel? Feel the difference? Okay? It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you're pushing on my shoulder. It's the same thing, right? If I lead with my head, you feel it? I'm gone. You feel it? It's a sensitive thing. It's real fine. But
you're focusing more on your back.
Yes, back and down. Too many people focus on this, right? They're all front. They have nothing back here, right? That's why you see so many people going just drilling through stuff, and they're off balance because they're throwing themselves through things and they're off balance. And Jack made a good point to me, and I thought it was kind of funny the way he said it, but it's really true. Is that at the higher levels, we all tend to go and throw ourselves through things, and we're doing this. We're off balance. He says in the lower belts are more leery like this, and they have better balance. So it's when you start to work on these drills, it's going to increase your mental aspect of it. Okay, you're going to be thinking more back and down. You're going to be thinking more about into your legs rather than into your arms and upper body. Okay, this will help your foundation a lot. This exercise, I can't tell you how much. I mean, you could practice this a lot. I would recommend you practice this every day. Okay, I do over 250 repetitions of these exercises every day on my breaks. It only takes about 10-15 minutes. Okay, you go outside and you do these things. All we have to do, well, let's practice this a little bit more, and then I'll show you how you add your windmills along with the principles of drilling with the shoulder and the pulling down. Okay, there's a lot of principles we're going to add into this, so let's get this going first.